Hey everybody, it's Paul from Karas Pen Co. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some product, some of our product that's not being made by us, but it is our brand, and basically we're launching some a kind of a designer store type deal through Threadless to offer you guys the opportunity to purchase some branded product with custom logos that we can get out to you much easier than we've done in the past. So if you're familiar with how Threadless works or similar places, it's kind of like Teespring, only a little bit more robust, and offers a wider variety of product options. It's literally a place where companies like us, or artists in general, people with logo ideas or art ideas, can post up pictures of their art or digital files and basically turn them into t-shirts, throw rugs, mugs, notebooks, iPhone cases. Basically, the list is growing. The product that they have on there, and it's relatively large right now. We've gone this route after some discussion just because it's relatively easy for us to do, and it allows us a lot of options at one place, centrally located. There's a lot of different options, and the quality is pretty good. So like, we'll go through some of the product. So these are two notebooks, the two notebooks that they offer with two of the logos that you've seen in the past on each one. This is a spiral bound lined notebook, and this is a traditional like journal style notebook that is unlined. I'm sure you're kind of probably seeing some images, some better close-up images than what I'm holding up to you. We did test these with a variety of different pens. The spiral bound paper is a little bit more robust as far as it doesn't feather with fountain pens, and I used a relatively broad and wet nib on it. There is some show through when I pressed really hard and really got a lot of ink on the page, but it's pretty decent for a non-branded, no-name kind of notebook. It does have a little pouch in the back. This is honestly, it's something to throw in a bag or something to carry with you as an option to write on if you don't have access to some really nice notebooks, or you want to have one of our logos. This one was not as the paper in this one's not as robust. I think I purchased this one we purchased them just to test the two different papers because I wanted to make sure what the quality was. This one did have some feathering on the same fountain pen nib, less show through, surprisingly enough, less bleed through, but it feathers a lot more with the same nib. But both of them hold up really nicely with a regular rollerball pen, ballpoint, and even finer nib fountain pens behaved pretty decently with them, which surprised me quite a bit. The shirt that I'm wearing is actually one of the shirts. This is one of the tri-blend shirts at a lot of places. I'm really partial to tri-blend fabrics. They feel really nice, and this is our new, if you haven't seen this logo, this is the new logo for the Reactor pens, Reactor pen line. That's the new kind of like graphical representation of the entire line. Really awesome logo. And you're going to see it. It's going to be available at the Threadless store on basically any of the product that we sell there. And then we're going to have some other stuff you're going to be able to directly purchase off of our website. But that stuff's coming. Using Threadless enabled us to like get some stuff out there really quick, satisfy some people that were really like, hey, I want some t-shirts. And you're not limited. I think we have like 5 or 6 different designs that are currently up, or maybe even 7 currently up on Threadless as far as logo artwork that you can do. So these 2 designs that I showed you, the Karas shield, and then the eagle, this design, the Reactor kind of atom symbol, Reactor like written out. So there's quite a few different designs that are on there that you can choose from, just depending on which way you want to go with that. So it's really a good opportunity for us to just kind of get stuff out there. You guys have asked for the opportunity to purchase stuff like that, and we want to provide it as easy as possible to you and to us. This way, it's just like, it's literally something that you can go in there and order. The sizes, this is an extra large. It's relatively, it's decent in terms of the other extra large tri-blend shirts that I've received. It's pretty close to the size that I'm used to getting. So, so there's that. Like, we'll have the link down below if you want to hit up the Threadless store and kind of look at what we have there. We plan on updating the graphics and the logos and the artwork that's on there and adding some stuff. There'll be some unique stuff on there. We're going to flesh it out and kind of add some more stuff as time goes by. And as Dan has time to kind of process and draw some new stuff, we'll definitely keep it up to date and have some relatively fresh stuff on there. Secondly, some of the stuff that I have in front of me, specifically these two items, and then the coaster that you can't really see that's underneath my mug, are some product from a company called Penwell Penwell Company. I had the opportunity, I've known about them for a while, didn't really, and then so has Dan. We were kind of looked at them when they launched their Kickstarter and saw some of the stuff online. I had the opportunity to meet Dan Keller, who is the founder, when I was at the Baltimore Pen Show. So, I spent probably 2.5, 3 hours talking with him late Saturday night. He's a super nice guy, really dynamic individual, got along really well with him. He asked a lot of questions, and I was able to talk him through some of the stuff. And really just had a connection with him. And prior to that, although I'd seen the product before, I was apparently among a majority of people that didn't really 100% understand the benefit of their product. And he walked me through it, and I totally understand what he's going for with the Penwell. So his idea behind it was, from what he told me, was basically he does a lot of stuff on a computer, but also using a writing instrument. And frequently he would be typing with one hand and reach to grab his pen with the other hand to write a note. And the pen would get knocked off, whatever, or wasn't there, or he had to stop what he was doing over here to uncap it. And so it was just more time consuming for him. And so he came up with the idea for this product, which is basically, it's a single pen holder, kind of like a traditional, you would see in some of the pen sets that you would see back in the 50s and 60s, even earlier than that, where angled pens towards you on a big desk where you could easily reach and get your pen. And his idea is that you have this in here, you have your pen in here that you use all day long, and it's just kind of muscle memory, because the way this works is you would there's a piece of plastic that you pull off, and then it basically, without leaving any residue, it uses an adhesive that is a reusable adhesive to stick to the desk. And then it's in the same place every single time, so you leave your pen in there, you're typing, you grab the pen to write a note, and you can continue on going like that. And when he explained it to me, it's not going to mar up your pen. It's got some really nice soft but durable foam insert in it, similar to the stuff that we use for the pen capsules that we send the decographs in. So it's not going to mess anything up as far as your pen is concerned. It holds the cap, or on uncapped pens, it just sits in there, and you can just pick it up, write, and then set it back in there and go. It's, in my opinion, it's a really unique product. Something that you don't really see very often. Even some of like the pen cubes and other things like that are designed differently. This is designed so that when you take it out, you're ready to write every single time. It's relative, and it stays in the same spot, so you're not losing your pen, and it holds the one pen. So it really was something that, while I didn't understand it prior to him explaining it to me, that when we talked about it, it really became something much more user-friendly. It was purpose-built design that he came up with to fill a void in what he was running into in his own work life. I'll use this one on my desk for sure. Like I'm frequently missing. I use one pen every day at work for my notes, and I'll set it down and it'll roll away, or I'll clip it onto something and forget it. So I'll definitely be using this product at my desk because I think it will streamline my process and just kind of I have a very chaotic desk, and being able to put my pen that I need frequently throughout the day in the same spot um, is definitely something that I would benefit from. And I think a lot of people that sit at a desk that write with the same tool frequently when they're at the desk would benefit from something like this. One of the reasons that we're kind of talking about this is we've done this in the past where we've discussed products that that have kind of companies that have the same drive as we do, that have the same um, value system, that have an idea that we really think that fits and fills a void in what we're doing. That's not to say that we're doing any kind of collaboration with Penwell or with Dan. It's more just the fact that, hey, we felt like a lot of our customers, a lot of you, might benefit from something like this. You may not have any idea that it exists, or you may know it exists and just didn't really know what it was. This is the opportunity for us to kind of showcase his product on our platform and kind of get the word out there. Dan is a super nice guy. His his idea and the way that he executes it, he works with a local machine shop up in his neck of the woods that machines the aluminum, brass, and I believe the other variants that he's done. They're quality pieces. They look really, really nice. He's gone out of his way to make sure that they're just super nice. The design of, not just the design overall, but like the finish is really nice and polished. He does engrave his logo on it, but it's just it's a really cool piece of desk art and functional as well. So if you have the opportunity and you're looking for something like this, I highly recommend going over to penwellco.com and purchasing one. I know that sometimes they're not always in stock, but he is working with the machine shop to machine more of them. And so don't be dismayed if you don't see anything available, or they don't have the one that is there that you would like to purchase. I know that he frequently works on different designs and comes up with limited runs for pen shows and stuff like that. But I really think that it would benefit benefit them, and then benefit our viewers and people that are in the pen community, just to kind of highlight this product, because I do think that it's something that's relatively unique that does serve a purpose, and quite a few people would potentially purchase if they knew what it did and where it was available. So if you have comments on it or questions, and you can obviously contact them directly. They have a contact form on their page. But I'd be willing to answer more questions. If you have a question specific to the conversation that Dan and I had, since it was such a long conversation, we talked through a whole bunch of different aspects. But I really just wanted to use this time to kind of highlight their product, and just give you guys a chance to see it, and potentially you might want to go and purchase it. So the link will be down below if you in the comment, or in the description of the video, so you can go ahead and do that. You can just click on there and peruse their page at your leisure. So hopefully this quick video about some different stuff that we've got going on, and some stuff that some of our similar manufacturers, American-made manufacturers, are doing out there right now in the writing instrument community. This has kind of served you, and you've gotten something out of it. Guys, if you have any questions or concerns, hit us up down below. Send me an email. Contact us on Facebook. Any of the normal ways that you communicate with us, please don't hesitate to ask. And if that is it, guys, I will talk to you next time.